What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of the Narcissist Code. I'm your favorite, yes, self-aware narcissist, Mr. Lee Hammock, better known as mental illness across all social media platforms. If this is your first time seeing my face or hearing my voice, I'm a diagnosed narcissist, and I use my platform all over social media to raise awareness for NPD, get more people into therapy, and also validate the victims, survivors, and thrivers of said disorder. Today's episode is going to be about what happens when a narcissist loses control. Oof. That's one of the questions I get. Y'all see I'm filming outside today. Beautiful day out here in North Carolina. Decided to come outside and film for a little bit. But what happens when a narcissist loses control? So this can go a few different ways. So control to a narcissist, to most narcissists and toxic people, whatever, is it. Control is the goal for most narcissistic people. At the foundation of what they are trying to get from people or from things and whatever, is control. They want control over the circumstances, over their life, over the people's circumstances that are involved with them. Total, just undeniable control and things like that, y'all. So when you're dealing with a narcissist or a toxic person, you have to understand that. That's one of the main principles of dealing with narcissists, is understand that they are looking to control the situation, whatever the situation is. However, they're looking to control their image, they're looking to control their reputation, they're looking to control their status, how they are presented, how they are, what people say about them. So when a narcissist loses that or control over you is access to you typically, y'all. So an access and control over your circumstances, your finances, your living situation, and things like that. You know what I mean? So if you're dealing with a narcissistic person that loses control, and they feel like, because a lot of narcissists and toxic people, y'all, let me say this real quick, they feel like you belong to them. They feel like they claim ownership over you and you belong to them and you can't do anything about that. You know what I mean? You can't do anything about them controlling you or them trying to do things to you and whatnot. The double standards exist. I control you, you don't control me. You do what I say, I don't do what you say. You see what I mean? So when you're dealing with toxic people like that have that mindset, when you finally cut off access, when you finally try to regain control of your own life, they might react negatively, y'all. They might go ballistic. If you break up with them and go no contact with them, they might go crazy. They might lose their damn minds and try to attack you, try to find you, try to hunt you down, become super obsessive with you, call you, text you, call you 100 times, call you 100 times back to back, blow your phone up, text messages, every single thing possible, because they don't want to lose control. But like, Lee, if they call me 100 times, doesn't that mean they love me? No. That doesn't mean that they love you. It means that they are afraid of losing control and they think you're going to replace them, so they keep blowing your phone up. They keep calling you. They keep texting you. They keep doing this type of stuff to you to mess with you, to make sure that you can't move on. Because if I'm calling you 100 times or 1,000 times, that means your phone line is tied up. That means nobody else can get through to you unless you have another phone. If you have another phone, that means you're cheating on me, right? You see the mindset. So they could react super negatively, y'all, if they lose control over you. They can go crazy. They could try to harm you. They could try to send you to meet God. Y'all religious? You like throwing the Christianity around and your religion around? They might send you to meet your maker. I promise you. You have to stay as safe as possible. Sometimes the most dangerous time leaving toxic relationships is when sometimes the most dangerous time in a toxic relationship cycle is leaving it, because people go crazy. I don't have control of you anymore. Hell no. That means you're going to try to find somebody else. And the reason a narcissistic person thinks that you're trying to replace them with somebody else when you leave them is because that's what they would do. That's what we do. We try to find somebody else quick. I need someone else. I can't be by myself. My thoughts will attack me and damn near kill me. You know what I mean? My thoughts will unalive me. You see what I'm saying? That's how the mindset works when you're dealing with narcissistic, toxic people. That's how it goes right there, y'all. That's the cusp of it right there. You have to understand that dynamic exists right there. You know what I mean? So when you're dealing with narcissists, you're dealing with toxic people, understand that they're looking to control you. And when they feel like you cut off access, you break up with them, you go no contact, you try to put them on a third-party parenting app or something like that, they're going to react negatively, y'all. They want control. Be careful, protect yourself. I know you see a lot of videos, go no contact, you should just leave. Yeah, I think you should go no contact, and I also think that you should leave a lot of these situations, but I also think you need to be as safe and prepared as possible, because people don't know how to react. People when they feel like they lose control over you, they feel like they lose control of their emotions, of their sanity, and they might go crazy, snap, and take you out of here to send you to meet your maker. I promise you, some of them will. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to wake you up to understand the dynamics of the back and forth with some of these toxic ass people could cost you your existence. You mean it could cost you your life? It could cost you that. When they feel like they lose, I'm not saying this to scare you into staying into a toxic relationship. Let me say that. I'm not trying to scare you into staying into a toxic situation. I want you to be as safe as possible when you leave said toxic situation, if that's what you want to do. Because like I said, when they lose control, they might go ballistic. They very well might. But on the other hand of things, when they feel like they're losing control, they might actually try to love bomb you. Yeah. Some of them will go crazy. Some of them will absolutely go ballistic. But others, when they feel like they've lost control over you, you go no contact with them. Yeah, they'll try their hardest to get in contact with you, to love bomb you. They'll start trying to change themselves. They'll promise to change. They'll promise to do all kinds of stuff. Everything that you've been asking them to do, when they felt like they had control over you, that they wouldn't do, they said to hell with you, to hell with what you wanted to do. Everything that you've been asking them to do and things like that, guess what? All of a sudden, guess what? They want to do it now. Surprise! They want to do that type of stuff now. Are you shocked? You know what I mean? That's how it goes when you're dealing with some of these narcissistic people, y'all. They don't really, if y'all, I get so many messages in my inbox, and I'm restarting my series, Dear Mental Illness. It started back Friday. Dear Mental Illness will be back Friday. So y'all gonna see another episode of that where I read survivor stories and give you my input and break them down for you. But like I said, when that narcissistic person is love bombing you, and I get narcissistic robot, reset, reboot. I can't reboot. I'm holding the camera, so I can't reboot correctly. So let me do another reboot. Rebooting. But seriously, narcissistic people, like I said, they want control over you. And if, like I said, the messages that I get, that's what I was saying. The messages that I get in my inbox say, Lee, I'm having trouble fighting off the love bombing. I went no contact, and now they're writing me letters and emails promising to change, and they're love bombing, they're sending me gifts and stuff like that. Y'all, that's fake as hell. Why did they do that when they had you? Oh, I didn't know what I had until you don't know what you had until you lost it. They do know what they have, and they're not afraid to lose it because they don't think it's going to leave them ever. They know what they have. They're not afraid to lose it because they think you're going to stay with them forever. I don't believe that. You never know what you had until you lost it. Is that true sometimes? Yeah, that could be true sometimes. But sometimes they're intentionally neglecting you and not giving you that stuff because they don't think you're going to leave them. So now that they're love bombing you because they've lost control, now that they're love bombing you because they lost control, you know it's manipulation. It's fake. What are you telling yourself in doing this situation? Yeah, the narcissist is love bombing you. You can blame them for love bombing you, but blaming that narcissistic person for love bombing you and trying to get you back, that's not going to help you. Look internally. What are you telling yourself? You know this is not real. You know that you've been asking for this thing for 10 years, and now all of a sudden, because you want to leave, they're giving it to you. That means they could have did it the whole entire time. That means they could have been doing it the entirety of your relationship, but they chose not to intentionally. Because some narcissistic people feel like if they give you everything that you want, you don't need them anymore. You'll leave them. The abandonment issues run rampant. They run deep. They bubble to the surface when you deal with some of these narcissistic people, y'all. So you have to choose. You have to choose you, y'all. It's okay. I put something on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. Shameless plug. Yesterday it said it's okay to choose you, but you have to do it as safe as possible, y'all. And you have to understand that they're going to try to manipulate you sometimes if they're not done with you. If they lose control of you, if they lose control of their situation or whatnot, they could react crazy. They could go crazy, or they could try to play the nice route. They could try to play the nice route. Go to therapy. They could try to go to therapy. They could try to go to church more, pray more. Yeah, and some of them, I'm going to close on this note right here. Some of them will absolutely threaten to unalive themselves. I don't want to be here anymore. If I can't have you, I don't want to be here anymore. And here comes the threats to unalive themselves. So you know that's coming. I can't live without you. And think about this, y'all. I'm going to end with this. If you believe, I don't want them unaliving themselves on my watch. If you think that they will unalive themselves, let's just say they're serious about unalive themselves. Do you think that they're going to leave you behind? Or you think they're going to take you with them? You hear about murder suicides all the time. Because if they're serious about taking their own stuff out of here, they'll take you with them. So you have to stay safe and protect yourself by any means necessary, y'all. But anyways, y'all, gotta cut this thing short. I'm expanding my podcast here soon, y'all. My mic and stuff is coming. I'm going to be expanding my podcast and doing interviews, posting them on the Narcissist Code. It's going to be called Waving the Red Flag. It's going to be survivor stories, other narcissists. Everybody's going to be coming on there, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Like and subscribe for more. Hit that 5 stars, y'all, if y'all enjoyed this or whatnot. Thank you. Mental Healness is out. Peace.